Hello and welcome to I Am Geek. This is episode 141. I am Ryan. I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin, and we have a very special guest that we love and adore joining us tonight. I think from the bush, somewhere out in the bush there. Wake up, Tyler! You're here. Wake up. Hey, Tyler, how you doing?
You sleepyhead.
Hey, wake up. For our listeners, you have no idea what's going on, but for the people watching,
say it gives them incentive to go to YouTube and watch the show.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, how you doing tonight out in the wild bush of Nashville?
I'm in isolation, man. You know, trying to, they say self-isolation, but, social distance. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when they said that means just stay in your house. You don't have to, build a tent and all that stuff. You just have to stay indoors. You don't have to, go out into the woods and live in a...
Brother, I'm out here looking for a cure.
Okay. I hope you find one.
You have no idea what I went through to find this.
Again, our listeners have no clue. But it's got a flower. Anyways, we want to thank all of our listeners and watchers, all our I Am Geek family, for tuning in, wherever you're tuning in at. The world's so crazy right now. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of self-isolation, quarantining, social distancing, whatever that means, really. But we want you to know that we are here for you. Whatever we can do, we're here for you. But tonight, hopefully we will be distracting you from this crazy world and providing you with a smile and a laugh or two or three. So,
if you really want to be distracted, go to YouTube.
Yeah. You won't see it live probably, but we'll be on
distracting.
Did we get the toilet paper printed that we were getting printed with the I Am Geek logo on it?
I did, but I had to use it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah.
But then again, if you think about it, do we want people wiping? This is getting a little detailed here. Using it.
Ink was a little runny on it. So.
This is what I think of I Am Geek.
There was some guy, or James Gunn did that with he printed
Michael
Rooker's face on toilet paper as a joke, and now he's using it as real toilet paper. He's running a little short there. James Gunn.
I got a few people I know that I'd like to have their face printed on toilet paper.
Whoa! And tonight he names the names.
I will not.
Because 3 of them are in the room.
Top 10 toilet paper faces.
Are we doing a list tonight? Is that what?
List? Yeah. No, we're just gonna have some fun tonight and just talk about some stuff. Before this, so last week, if you didn't listen, I think it was last
shame
week.
on you.
I think it was last week. All the days are running together. It's like
it's Blur's Day.
Yeah, Blur's Day. We did we had Ray Chase on, and we did the Diamonds in the Rough of Disney Plus. Basically, stuff that we found on Disney Plus that we like to watch. So we shared it with you guys. The week before that, we did a Netflix one. But so Chris recommended a show, and called The Runaways. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check that show out because I've never watched it before.
Is that the Marvel thing?
It's a Marvel show. I guess it's a Marvel show. I don't know. So I sat down. I'm like, good Disney Plus. Got a wholesome family values. It's gonna be fun.
No.
I turned it on, and it was. I don't understand why it's on Disney Plus.
Oh
no, it
fun.
Started off on Hulu.
Yeah,
yeah.
But if it was Netflix or something, wouldn't caught me off guard at all. But we're a family friendly show. We try to be. So I'm not gonna tell you some of the stuff that they start the show with. It gets a little. Well, no, not really. It gets a little more family friendly, but then it goes back down again. But the thing that caught me off guard is that they've been, there's a big fuss been going on about how and I've talked about it, that I was looking forward to the show, but it's not going to happen now, I guess. The Lizzie McGuire show, they were going to do a Lizzie McGuire show, but she's in her 30s, and it was going to be one of their shows for Disney Plus. And then it got canceled because they said it was too adult oriented. I want to know what in the world they were doing on Lizzie McGuire, that if the Runaways can be on Disney Plus with what they're doing, why can't Lizzie McGuire be on what were they doing on Lizzie McGuire? Like, I don't know.
I am all for, and this might make me sound terrible, but like I've always said, if kids old enough to understand, kids old enough to understand. But I understand that from what I haven't seen it, The Runaways is pretty bad. Do you want to tell us why? I'm just kidding.
Tell us what happens.
I don't think I can say what happens. I don't know even how I would phrase it.
I'm just desensitized. I just can't. I can't think of what you're talking about. I mean, because maybe it's because I watched so much Game of Thrones and HBO shows that.
I texted you the opening phrase that I was like, huh?
I did?
Yeah.
I don't know.
About the mom. The mom taking the girls to school. It's just like, if you get stressed, just go to the bathroom and do this, and it's a natural stress reliever.
Oh, wow.
It was just like,
there you go.
What? So,
wow.
That was only one thing that happens in the show that I was like, huh, this is Disney Plus.
But they get a raptor. They get a raptor on the show. That's fun.
Yeah, there's just the show, the idea of the show is good, and I've enjoyed it, that I've watched of it, but it just caught me off guard that it was Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. So parents, I wouldn't recommend it to your children, and it doesn't feel like a Marvel show, anyways, or a Marvel property
not really.
At all.
No. It's very different. It's if people have seen, like, I don't know, Cloak and Dagger, if they saw that or stuff like that, it's more along the lines of those shows that they did for Marvel.
Yeah, I guess it would fit well in Freeform the way
it's like now. It's like a Freeform, whatever you call it, ABC Family, Freeform,
it's
or
not ABC
whatever
Family
it's called
anymore.
now. Yeah, no. But it reminds me of like a CW show, but like better.
I think that's what they were going for, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
No, it's good.
The guy who was a head of the Marvel TV division that didn't get along with Kevin Feige.
Oh, Jeff Loeb?
Yeah, Jeff Loeb.
Yeah.
That was kind of his vision. You know, he thought the shows should be more like the comics. They should be more gritty and real. Like the Daredevil stuff, Punisher, all that.
I wouldn't say it's as gritty as like Daredevil.
No, it's
Luke
not
Cage,
it's not like that. It's just other little things they throw in there. You're just like, what? Huh? Yeah. So it's good. I'm still watching. There's like, how many seasons are there? Is there just like 2 seasons or 3 seasons?
Two or three.
There may be 3.
I thought there was 3.
I think 3. Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley shows up later on.
So. Oh, don't ruin it for me. I wonder what she's going to teach the children to do. Oh,
oh God. Oh God.
Get on, everybody. Glad to be here.
Anyways, so that was just, I just thought it was funny that was one of the picks, and I started watching it, and it wasn't what I was expecting. It really caught me off guard. Like, I was just like, what? Huh? Am I on Netflix? Anyways, so before we get into what we're going to talk about, because what I had planned to talk about was before I found out some other news, but we'll probably still talk about it, even though I don't know. I found out today. I got a text from somebody that I know saying, "Hey, just wanted to let you know that Disney is furloughing or furlough. How do you furloughing?
Furloughing.
That word.
The next 30 minutes is just us trying to say the word furlough.
Furloughing.
You got it.
They're cast members until further notice, I guess. So just our hearts go out to all the cast members that are basically losing their job for the time being, and we hate this, and it's not fair, and the world's a crazy place.
I know a few of them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So just we're here for you. Hopefully, we'll give you a smile and a laugh. That's really all we can do because I have no money.
There's a wild animal in here.
Hank's there? Hank, what are you doing?
No, it would be my cat.
Oh. Tyler the Tiger King is here.
I brought her along on the journey, fellas. Just me and Turtle out in the wild.
Cat named Turtle.
Yeah,
I like it.
For the
She looks like a turtle cheesecake.
Cheesecake, yeah. Oh, I knew this. See?
White on the bottom, chocolate and caramel on the top.
Oh.
Ow. Now he's posing like the Tiger King.
I'm trying to cuddle, man. It's not the cuddle in here.
No,
I was going for aesthetics. I wasn't going for comfort.
Can you imagine the Tiger King being on Disney Plus? Now that would be something.
Listen, I have to divert here, okay, for the listeners. If you are not watching the show on YouTube, or if you do not go and watch the show on YouTube, I am currently sitting in a set that looks like I'm somewhere out in Adventureland, in a jungle. You know, it's supposed to be a joke on the self-isolating thing. My goal was to like answer, because we do this. The guys, they record their episodes over Skype, so they can see me. So I just thought it would be hilarious if I answer the call and like all they see is this tent out in the woods in the jungle, and then I would just come like, you know, running into the tent like, oh my God, I have a connection. There's people. And I didn't realize that I wouldn't capture that reaction on the episode. So kind of bummed, but it's okay. I got to see their reaction. You guys will not, but it was pretty funny. So I went for the joke. Trying to make my buddies feel better during this scary.
You did.
We can reenact it.
Yeah, we can reenact it.
No,
you want to go out?
Oh wait, what's going on? Tyler, are you okay? Tyler, Tyler, where are you?
Is that Christopher Walken?
I don't know. Where you been? Hello. It's bad.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
It's like you're in the jungle.
So cozy out there.
Anyways, sorry, we're going crazy tonight.
And bad impression number 1 down.
99 more to go.
99 more to go.
Man, have you guys seen the videos of the Disney parks got completely empty? It's crazy.
Yeah, I told you I'm in Adventureland right now. I know it.
Okay.
There's no one else there.
No one else there. Are you the one raising the flag and lowering the flag every day?
No, those guys tried to run me off.
Oh.
You can't be here.
Man, can you imagine though if you could sneak into Disney World right now and just walk around? You have to be sneaky, but
just so everyone knows, it has always been my plan during the apocalypse that I will go to Walt Disney World. I will live in Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, and I dare anyone to cross that moat. Okay.
Well, the apocalypse is here.
Will be blood out in Adventureland for my house if anybody else shows up. Just FYI.
So when do you leave?
Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see. You know, if there comes a tank down 1050 Gadwall Circle one day, I'll be like, all right, time to go.
Surviving off a Dole Whip and turkey legs.
I've seen them make those turkey legs. I don't know if you want to survive off those turkey legs.
Not a big fan of turkey legs.
It's just it's like a big vat that they just dump frozen turkey legs in and then stir them up.
No,
that's all that's left.
Do not want to hijack the episode here, but I do want to ask you guys a question. Ooh. One that was asked of me recently. In my boredom, I did the whole ask me a question thing on Instagram, and I answered so many questions. There were a lot of good ones, but somebody asked me something I didn't have an answer for. I was like, I don't know, and I don't know how to narrow it down. Favorite snack at a Disney park?
Oh,
Favorite snack.
well.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh, hell. Oh my.
It used to be Dole Whip for me, but now I can get Dole Whip here where I live. So it's like it's sort of not as special anymore.
Speaking of that, Dole Whip is everywhere now. I thought Disney had some kind of like exclusive thing on that.
Well, I mean, what is it? Pineapple sherbet, essentially.
Well, it's like,
I mean, is it called Dole Whip everywhere?
It's not called Dole Whip.
It is right. By my house.
Is it
really?
really?
Place, and it's called Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Dole
you're ratting them out now. They're gonna get sued by Disney.
There's one by you, Chris. There's probably one by Tyler. 0 Degrees. They have Dole Whip at 0 Degrees. It's called Dole Whip. It comes with strawberries on top of it, so it's a little different, but it's the same thing.
Maybe it's a Dole thing, not a Disney thing.
Well, I heard a long time ago, when I'm talking like 10 years ago, when I was a kid, somebody told me, and the details are vague now. They're kind of, like water through my hands, trying to hold on to. I don't remember who told me, where I was, when, whatever. But I heard that it was an exclusive thing for Disney, and only they could serve soft serve Dole Whip and call it Dole Whip from Dole. Like, unless I just imagine that. And now all of a sudden, in like the last 5 years, it's everywhere.
Yeah, because when I went to Hawaii, it's been years ago. We still live in Florida. We went to the Dole plantation, and they had Dole Whip there, and it was called Dole Whip.
I don't know, man.
It was fresh from the plantation, and that was good stuff. Let me tell you. So that would have been my answer, but I have to think.
Yeah, that's it. For me, like, we always get a Dole Whip, but we also always get one of the giant bricks of their Rice Krispie treats with the chocolate on top. For me, I don't know. That's just always good. Those are like my two things I always get at Disney.
You ever had the one that's shaped like Mickey's head, the big one?
Yeah, those. Yeah.
We'll get like one of those and then like eat on it like all week. Break off an ear.
$20. Yeah. $20 for that thing.
Yeah, we get it.
Y'all are probably gonna disown me. Like I said, I couldn't narrow it down. Like, there were so many different things that I like to eat at the parks, and I don't really think of snacks. That's why it was hard for me. I was snack, my favorite snack. But the first thing that came to my mind, like, I was like, well, that's what I'm craving right now. Like, when I go to the park, like, that's what I want. The buffalo chicken tater tots in Fantasyland. There's that plate, that little like counter service, but it doesn't even have an inside. I don't know what it's called, but it's right across from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And they have buffalo chicken tater tots. And I was like, is that it? I was like, I don't know.
Friar Tuck's?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Friar Tuck's is right across there.
And it was between that or like the blueberry cheesecake mousse thing in Pandora.
Oh yeah, now I love that thing. If I went by park, that would be what I'd pick from Animal Kingdom. But you know what I really love? I usually get them and then eat them for breakfast, but I guess it's a treat. The cinnamon roll from Gaston. Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Got the
I like flavor. That when they're good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when they're fresh.
Oh yeah.
Warm, like. Yes, can't beat that. But most of the time I get them, it's like dry bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gotta give them the right time of day, I guess.
The beignets from Port Orleans.
Those are good. Yeah. This is turned into Disney Eats.
Hang on a second. No, wait. Chris, you go on the cruise line. So what's your favorite snack on the cruise line?
Well, favorite snack? Pizza. If you're talking snack, they have.
If that's what you're talking about.
If you're talking snack, if that's the thing that we're discussing right now at this moment about snacks, tiny items that you eat, I would have.
You're talking about
I'd have to actually go with. So they have a coffee shop on board, and they have free snacks that you can get all throughout the day. Like the coffee you have to buy, but you can just go in. They have like a counter thing that has all these snacks in it, like all these treats, and there's like meats and cheeses that you can get, but they have like tiny like Rice Krispie treats, tiny truffles, and stuff like that you can just go up and just load up on.
Tiny food.
Hey, the listeners, you guys can't see what we're seeing, but like Chris's eyes lit up, like he saw the love of his life for the first time. It's like, oh, you want me to talk about the cruise line?
Yes.
So you feel like a giant when you eat your tiny treats?
Oh yeah, you feel like a huge giant. You're walking around just eating them, like and just eating. It's so good. That's giant me walking around and just eating little treats. But I mean, if you're going a little bit beyond snack, then the like a sweet treat, then at Palo they have a molten chocolate cake that is divine.
Oh, it's divine.
What? Oh my goodness! It's so delicious.
It's divine. It's divine.
It's the sweetness that you get with the texture is just amazing.
Hey, it's bad impression number 2.
Bad impression number 2. There you go.
Wow.
At Epcot, I always get the caramel
break out
corn.
Don't make me break out my Captain Jack Sparrow.
You can if you want.
No, it's okay.
I always get the caramel corn in Germany.
Germany.
In Epcot. Yeah, it's so good. When it's fresh.
Oh, I forgot about that. I like those macaroons. Is that how you say it? Macaroons. Macaroons. Do you roll the R? Macaroons.
It depends. So there's 2 different ways of saying it, and some of them it depends on what you're talking about. There's the macarons and then macaroon. The macaroon.
Oh, maybe it's macarons.
What about crayon?
I think.
Oh, geez. Please don't tell me you're one of those people that says crayon.
I don't say crayon. No, I'm sorry. It's crayon.
Crane.
It's crayon.
It's like what?
Crane.
Yeah, crane. Crane.
Oh, I can't get the cream.
I think it might be a macaron.
Was that Scrooge McDuck?
Oh, another one, dude.
What are they doing here now?
Oh man.
We're gonna go through so many.
Yeah.
Stay there. How are we doing?
Remember, we do have people listening.
We always get, or I always get a Mickey bar.
Oh yeah.
And then also the Rice Krispie treats. My wife always gets ice cream sandwiches. We usually take our own snacks
too.
Yeah, so we always take snacks with us, M&Ms and Cheez-Its and all that. So it's like we don't really snack at Disney. But we have to have those things. Like if we're going to be there, we're getting those whether or not we're hungry or not. You know, it's like we got to have a Mickey bar, and then we'll eat whatever food. But we've for our next trip in October, if it happens, we're talking about doing some different things and trying the Gaston's cinnamon roll and
Wait, you haven't tried it yet?
Oh, see, we just don't do all that.
My wife doesn't like it because
stuff.
of the maple flavor, but I love it.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You know, when I was there last time, they had one of their festivals going on at Epcot. I never know which one's going on. They just all run together now.
They all look the same to me, except when there's the flower one.
Yeah, I think it was the flower one. In the Canada Pavilion, they had this pan-fried pound cake with peaches on it and corn ice cream. And it was so good. Like I was like, corn ice cream. But
that sums up this moment.
Yep. But it was good. My mouth's watering now. I've been eating like ham and stuff for days. I don't want
ham for days.
I've been eating ham for days. Went out and killed a hog. Been surviving off of them.
Hey, that was Tyler can help you with that.
I was just going to say that was one of the best things ever. This was before we started recording. I asked the guys if I could get up and go get some water. And I said, hey, you need anything? And Chris, he was like, yeah, sure. Can you get like maybe some wild boar or and at first I was like, what? And then I looked at where I was. I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty funny.
All right. Any other delectable treats? The Ronto wrap is not really a treat, but it's really good.
I'm growing very fond of that, but not the Ronto wrap. It's the other one, the chicken. But I don't know what they call it. I like that. I like that one.
Yeah.
One thing I want to try, which it's a snack, not a treat, because I think we said snack, right, to begin with.
I don't know.
So, but is the cream cheese pretzel. I've heard that there is a thing, and some of them have jalapeno inside as well.
As fellow Disney goers who have probably taken people who have never been, that's my enjoyment now. Like I like taking people to the parks that have never been. That's like, I like living through them, right? Like I like seeing their face for the first time when they see it for the first time, whatever. But taking a couple of girlfriends down there, obviously, and one of them, man, hey, all my relationships for the most part, a piece. So like, don't. I was with this one for almost 5 years, but
pickup line. Want to go to Disney?
actually, I've never actually been. Do you want to go?
Go to Disney and try a Ronto wrap?
What is that? Some kind of code for something? Oh my god!
How about a cream cheese pretzel with jalapeno?
Wait a minute, come on now. Story short, everybody always needs something that they like at Disney, right? You know, something that it becomes their thing. Yeah. And this lady that I was with for quite a while, she her thing became the jalapeno cream cheese pretzel in Tomorrowland. It was sold at the launching pad, I think, for a long time.
So Katrin just brought up some bad memories.
Sorry.
But hey, you know what? We're actually, her and I are pretty cool. It ended badly, but we've since amended everything. We're good friends.
Good. We'll have her on next week.
She is. Hey man, she was on The Voice season. Wow. Her and I were signed to the same label for a while, and her name, I think she's in a duo now called Roxanne, which it's funny. It's her middle name. Yeah. Okay. Story. I never actually heard that song until after she left me.
What?
Oh.
Yep.
Never heard that song before.
It's a bad timing to hear that song, though.
So old.
That's one of my favorite songs, ironically. But yeah, I went. I called her by her middle name because her first name is Morgan, Morgan Fraser or Morgan Ray, I think now.
I think it's Morgan Freeman. That's who you're
Morgan
trying
Freeman.
No,
Chris.
Morgan Roxanne Freeman.
Can you do that impression for us?
Can you
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman.
Oh gosh, no. I'm not even. No.
It was.
No.
on.
Here we find the penguins.
Anyways, so she's on The Voice. That's cool.
Yeah, she's yeah. So
when are you going to be on The Voice?
I'm not good enough, man.
Whatever.
I'm not saying that to looking for compliments. I just I know.
But you found them.
I know my ability. I know my abilities, and those people are way beyond me. I'm okay. I can fake it till I make it, like some other country artists in the business.
We've been watching The Voice this season. It's the first season I've ever watched. We just sort of started watching it because I'm a big fan of Blake Shelton because he's freaking hilarious. So I was like, oh, let's check it out so I can see him make me laugh. But there's some people on there that I think you could be on there. And some of the people that they pick, I'm like, I don't know about them. But
Well, man, I appreciate it. My project was, and I guess I can say it here. My stuff was supposed to drop next month.
and then the world fell apart.
Yeah. It was supposed to be on the 14th, I think, was our release date. And everything's kind of been put on hold. The entire world has stopped. So obviously it's ironic, and I could be like, oh, poor me. But I mean, like, look, I mean, people are hurting right now.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I can wait.
So it's going to be May 14th?
Yeah, it was going to be.
2 days after my birthday? That would have been the best birthday present
Wow.
My anniversary. My wife.
Well, I will send you boys the video and the EP about that.
Very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to when it actually releases. Hopefully
thanks,
sooner
man.
than later. With the way the world is, hopefully it all gets. People stay home. Just stay home. Get through this thing. Just stay home.
Can you tell that to my dad?
It's funny, like my neighborhood. There's people out everywhere. I'm just like, what's going on? Just stay home. Stay in your house. They'll probably listen to this or watch this. I'm like, oh, let's check out our neighbor's podcast.
Talking bad about us.
Well,
Hey, there's Carrie
maybe
Gordon.
they'll know to stay home now.
Yeah.
Say hi, Carrie Gordon.
Carrie, how you doing? It's a little delay.
Hey.
We got people popping up in our live streams.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyways, where were we? What were we doing? Disney.
We were talking about snacks. all
Food.
that
I can't wait to. I want to be with you, Katrin, when you eat that cinnamon roll. Well, I just want to watch you eat it, and then your
You wanna
eyes lighten up. Just gonna sit there and watch.
He just likes to watch people eat cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
It's just-
I'm gonna sit.
That's his thing.
There's a big throne in Gaston's place. I guess where we're supposed to sit. I'll sit there, and you just sit at the table right in front of me. And I'll just watch you eat it.
Yeah.
Not sure what made them think of like Gaston's cinnamon rolls. Like, I don't-
Well, the thing was, the cinnamon
I don't
rolls
see the
used to-
pairing.
they used to be in the Main Street Bakery, and that's where they were. I mean, for as long as I've known. And then Starbucks came in and took the place of the Main Street Bakery, so they had to move the cinnamon roll that everybody loved to a different location, and that place was opening then too, so they moved it to Gaston's Tavern. So there you go.
It should just be a meat. Should just be a meat roll. Everything in there should just be meat.
No one
Gaston.
makes a cinnamon roll like
it's fun.
Gaston. Like
It's
doesn't
yeah.
quite roll off.
It's funny. So they have
Yeah,
the,
no,
they
it
have
doesn't
the
really work.
they have the cinnamon roll there. We just gone off the rails. It's fine.
No
We're
one
quarantined.
makes like
That's what
Gaston.
we
And
do,
then-
Ryan.
And the drink, their specialty drink is called LeFou's Brew,
LeFou's Brew.
which is very fruity. So
Brew.
that's all I'm going to say about
It should
that.
just be mead and
No, it's a fruity drink with the
What
cinnamon roll.
are
That's
you
their
trying
specialty.
to imply?
Nothing. Very fruity
Oh.
drink.
I don't like what you're saying there, Ryan. What
I'm
you're
just saying,
suggesting.
if you're thinking of a tavern, you wouldn't be
don't
thinking
think of
of a cinnamon roll
fruity
and a
drink.
fruity drink. So you'd be like
Well.
thinking what Chris said, like a brew and a.
If anybody's wondering, by the way, not to change subject, but I had a shipment of Bang energy drink out here where I am, so don't.
Wow.
you're not sleeping at all anymore now.
He bangs, he bangs.
Move.
That song,
Mm.
she bangs, she. Never mind. She bangs, she bangs. Oh,
yeah.
baby.
He moves. He moves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, Katrin has it. Katrin knows.
I had it.
Hey, I just want to let the people know I'm not actually out in Adventureland in the jungle.
Oh,
Oh, what?
thank you for that.
Oh man.
I
I'm
was so
shocked.
confused. I was like, man, you're getting some good reception.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Well,
It's in the bush. Hey, so Carrie just asked us. We're taking live stream questions now on
Do
our
it.
podcast. This is crazy. First time
Live
for
call-in
everything.
show.
Live call-in show. There's no calling. But anyways.
Wait,
we're
chat
live?
in.
When do you guys think Disney World will
I think
reopen?
so.
Never.
He still
Never.
hasn't canceled his May 13th or 31st.
Oh,
I would probably cancel your May 31st.
reschedule. Do not
yeah,
cancel.
reschedule.
Yeah, reschedule.
If they are open by then, which I don't know if they will be, it's going to be a crazy house.
Yeah. Well, a mixture, right? So it's a lot of people will run to it. We were talking about this tonight after dinner, and a lot of people will run to it, but there's going to still be a lot of people that are afraid to get out.
Yeah.
If people are saying, yeah, I think it's okay to get out, because it's like there's still going to be some sane people that say, well, I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. So it might not be crazy, but there's also a lot of things they've got to do to bring it back to life, right? So they've got to run all the rides a bunch of times. They got to tighten the nuts and bolts, and they're doing some maintenance. I'm sure they're trimming trees, they're mowing, and all that stuff. They gotta get cast members back, probably hire new people and train them.
Yeah, they'll train them. Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Program right now, so yeah, all those cast members are gone.
So I mean, if anything, it's probably is what most people are saying. It's going to be staged, not like not staged, or in stages. They're going to open. Let's open a little bit. Let this many people in. Or something like that, or not these rides. The problem with not opening rides is that it's like, where do you put all these people? Why don't they open Stitchback? Have people go in there. That's a different story. But
I was fixing to say because there's nothing in there.
Yeah,
well, not now. I mean, it's like, why didn't they keep it if they're not going to put anything in there? But it's
yeah. Why didn't they just build the Frozen ride in New Fantasyland and leave Maelstrom and
So I don't know when they'll open. I mean, it's probably sometime in June. They're saying right now they're taking those reschedules at June 1st or whatever, but I don't know.
Harry, you should wait until when we go, and then you can hang out with us in October.
The week of October, I'll be there October 10th through the 16th. So, and Ryan will be there during that time as well.
I don't have any enemies.
Oh well, I'm not going to.
My address is. We'll be staying at Pop Century.
I would be like, everybody. I did tell everybody my street address earlier, but I was just like, everybody already knows. Like, Dad gets fan mail. Did y'all see my Instagram story today?
Yeah.
Dad gets fan mail here at the house. Like, people know our address. It's very strange.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Somebody just drove by like last year, and it was a fan that I knew, and I don't know them personally, but I've seen them at shows, and they were like, "Hey!" And I was like, "Hey,
hey, you?
Is your dad here?" I was like, "No, he's not." They were like, "Oh, yeah, well, we were just going to drop by and say hey." It was like, "Oh, all right. So glad you did. That's not scary at all."
Yeah. We're moving next week. Go away.
Gary Gordon says his birthday is October 16th, so come have your birthday with us.
Come and wear a birthday pin.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
I probably won't be there.
Do you want... Sorry. You could come.
Which, by the way, we make our dining reservations the 13th of April.
Oh.
And I called and made sure, or checked with our travel agent. I said, "Are we still able to make those reservations and things? Is that system working?" And she's like, "Yes, it's working." So got to do that soon, day after Easter.
Where do you want to go? Top place? You got a top place?
Where do I want to go?
Yeah.
I told you on our little group. We hadn't been to Ohana in forever. We went on. I think the last time we went was on our honeymoon. So I think no, we didn't even go then. I don't think we went to the luau. So I don't know if I've been with my wife there. Surely we did. I don't know, but that's probably our top. I don't think we'll get it. So
yeah, we may.
Really top would be Space 220.
Yeah,
if it opens, it just should. But
yeah,
it's supposed to open any day now. But
they've pushed everything. They've
Ratatouille will be delayed.
They've pushed everything back, and then some stuff has been defunded. The Star Wars hotel's been defunded for now.
Defunded.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what will you ever do with those Star Wars hotel reservations that you got, Ryan? Oh, was I not supposed to say that?
I'm not supposed to say that.
Sorry.
Oh, great.
I don't want your wife to get mad.
Bob's going to be mad now.
Which one?
Bob.
Yeah, which Bob?
Oh,
Bob Hope? No.
I can't tell. My buddy Bob.
You can't tell the difference between the two.
Tyler introduced us.
What about Bob?
Tyler loves the Bobs.
I love them. You know, I actually, Iger tweeted something yesterday, and I was kind of like, you know what? Well done. You deserve a like, because that guy was just ridiculous. It was somebody, I think it was an April Fool. Obviously, it was an April Fool's joke. But somebody was like, forget exactly what they said. Disney parks reopen or something. And then some guy just laid into Iger and was like, how dare you do this? This is a pandemic. People are dying. And just cussing on Twitter, you know, as they do, people on Twitter just cussing at him. And Bob was just like, hey, why don't you, you know, check before you tweet or something? And then was like, show a little maturity. And I was like, well done. I was like, okay, Bob. You and your 15 trillion. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
They gave up
They're
their
showing kids.
their salaries for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Bobs.
I know. He's such a saint, man.
Anyways, all this Disney talk is sort of
Yeah.
it's brought us to what we originally were going to talk about that some of us knew about because they read texts.
Dude, I was building this. This is beautiful, okay? Look at this.
He was weaving that like
sheet.
tent sheet over top of him, cutting the cut.
Oh, what is it?
It's a canvas tent.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a real deal.
looks like a sheet to me.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Oh,
Down by the river, washing it, making it clean for us.
Thank you, Katrin.
it's very nice. I really like
work.
is nice.
I still want it to fall over
Mhm.
on top of you during this live stream because I think that'd be hilarious.
He could probably make that happen if he just knocks the. Oh!
Are you gonna sleep in there tonight?
You know what's funny is it's actually not as large as it may look. It's actually 2 sheets, which
Oh, it
this-
is sheets,
oh,
huh?
And
This is not the same sheet. This is actually 2 or 3 feet away on another rod, and it doesn't go down to the ground all the way. There's this much space. But
Oh.
you know, if it was larger and I could sleep, I might sleep in here. You know, might
Sure.
make me feel good, like a little
Yeah.
sanctuary in all of this madness.
Yeah.
Goofy tent right now. You
we
got your
talked about.
head and feet out both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son wants me to. We were watching this video that's supposed to help him get sleepy. It's like circus animals go to sleep or something like. I don't know what it was. But there's one of the animals. It goes into their different enclosures, and one of the circus train thing, and one of them is a rabbit. So it's like a magic rabbit or whatever, and he sleeps in a top hat. And my son was like, "I want a hat bed." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Can you build me a hat bed?" And I'm like, I was like, "Would you sleep in it all through the night?" "Oh yes, if I had a hat bed, I would sleep all through the night." So part of me's like, maybe I
yeah.
should build him a hat bed.
Little orphan child talking. Only I had a hat bed.
Only I had a hat bed.
My son wanted a tent on his bed, and we got this thing at IKEA that's basically a hood that goes over your head. Essentially, it's kind of like the dream thing that you can see, where it's like you pull it over and you got this light and all that. But he loves that thing, and I was like, "Will you sleep in there if you actually?" You sleep all night and all that? And he said, yeah. And he did for a little bit, but it
like,
makes
"Nope."
it so hot.
Yeah.
It makes it so hot because the air doesn't get in there. It's ridiculous. But
Yeah. It's made out of
we had one.
plastic.
We had a tent. We had bunk beds when I was a kid, and we had a tent that would go on the top one. And it had the poles and everything. It was camo, and it was awesome. But I don't remember worrying about heat back then, about being hot. So it must have been fine. I don't know. But
back then, everybody.
you don't care when you're a kid, though, as much.
Did y'all notice how I successfully diverted the subject from what y'all were going to talk about when I didn't research? Right?
Yeah, because you didn't research it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get back.
We'll get there.
And now
Don't
you
worry.
brought it back.
Now you brought it back around. So segue.
Hey, do y'all want to see something cool? Y'all see the light illuminating the tent? Watch this. Look at that. The light is still there. Is that not amazing? Look
Turn
at
it
that.
off.
Huh?
Wow, that's fancy.
It's almost like you have a
Look at
plug
that.
or something.
No, he's got other lights.
Other
Oh.
light sources.
Oh.
Well, he's built a fire
It
outside.
looks like.
Patron, you're gonna get a Christmas present this year.
Wow, that's
gonna
all I
get a
had to do
Christmas
is say
present.
that
He's
I
got-
love your
he's-
lights, and I'd get a
He knows how to
present.
do effects. Come on.
See?
Maybe I just
Yeah.
didn't see it on my screen. Do it again.
No,
Turn off
No.
the lamp.
no.
I wasn't looking.
Katrin gets the Christmas present this year. Each year, one of y'all will get a Christmas present. Katrin gets it this year.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I got mine last year. All right.
As long as I still get my Valentine's gift from you, I'm good.
So waiting on
So
that, huh?
speaking, yeah, like so. Speaking about getting your kids to go to sleep, I encourage you to go look for Samuel L. Jackson and reads. Just go to sleep, but it's got some other words in there.
To sleep.
Go the f to sleep. Yeah. Can we say that? Go
No.
to
No,
sleep
we can't
by
say that.
Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, I won't say that.
He's got a new
But,
book out now.
It's beeped out. There's versions that are beeped out, so you can watch it. Then there's one that's
Stay the
what is it? Yeah, stay the
F home.
stay the at home, and it's about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
So
did
very funny.
a tiger or
Yeah,
bobcat?
Tyler's dead. Tyler got dragged off.
I got time. All right.
Oh, there he's
Oh,
back.
he's good.
All right. He's just trying to avoid the question that I'm about to ask or pose.
Listen,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I would do. Okay, like
Well, let me ask the question first.
I don't know. No. This is not a good question. Okay, this is a terrible question because there are so many things that they need to do before they need to build a fifth gate. Okay, let's work on the other
no one
gate.
said anything
okay?
about a fifth gate. That's just one.
What do you want? Another DVC resort, Ryan? Huh? Is that what you want?
We each have our own things. So we did our
Okay.
homework.
Okay, well, I'm gonna argue with all of you. Okay.
You can go last.
All right, yeah, we'll give you time to actually think of something. Okay, so it was in the news yesterday, I think, on April 1st, which was weird. So everybody thought it was a joke. That Disney purchased 26.3 acres of land outside of the Magic Kingdom somewhere. For the price of, hold on, I had the price. For the price of
$1 million.
$1.05 million, or roughly $39,923 per acre, west of its theme park and southeast shore of Reedy Lake. Before that, last December, which was a few months ago, Disney purchased an adjacent 235 acres for $6 million. So, the question that I posed to the guys earlier, if on a group text, was that if Disney put you in charge of these two properties, what would you do? And it could be anything. They've given you this amount of land. They've given you 235 acres to do something with. And they've given you 26
You know what I would do?
acres to do something
Yeah.
with. What would you do?
You know what I would do?
Oh, now Tyler's got an answer.
I would rebuild the Horizons. That's what I would do, Ryan.
With 235 acres?
I wouldn't touch those acres. I would leave them alone. That is what I would do with those acres.
Well,
And you
that's
know
no
who would
fun.
agree with me? Huh?
Bob Iger.
Ray Chase. Ray
Oh.
Chase. I know you're out there, Ray. I know you're out there, Ray. You're listening right now.
Well, I guess that's the end of this episode. So this has been I Am Geek episode 141. Tyler would do nothing.
There's an animal trying to tear down my tent.
Get him.
It's my cat.
So we know Tyler would do nothing with them, which is fine. He could be
I
like-
didn't say I would do nothing. I would do other things. Okay.
Well, what would you do?
I done told you. I would rebuild Horizons, a new Horizons,
Okay.
and that was what it would be called, New Horizons.
Oh.
And it would be a giant media event, like this whole thing. I can't tell you all of it because then
Oh,
they'll steal
'cause-
my idea.
Yeah, because we don't want Disney. Disney's listening. Look, we heard that I Am Geek show is going to talk about these 235 acres we have. Oh, let's get their ideas and do them.
I'm sensing sarcasm with you, Ryan.
No, that's just my Disney bigwig guy impression. That's
Bigwig guy.
Sponsor.
I'm the Disney bigwig guy, the Fresh Maker. Anyways, tonight's episode is sponsored by Bang.
Bang! The Fresh Maker.
The Fresh Maker.
The Fresh Maker.
The Fresh Maker.
Anyways, Chris, drop some knowledge on us. What would you do with all these acres?
Sure. Drop some knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know if I call it knowledge, but so you got the big acreage and you got the small acreage. So
yeah, Tyler's going to sleep.
The big and the small, and Tyler's gone. So for the big one, I was trying to think of what I would do, and Tyler's just gone. He's getting dragged off by another bobcat or something. I don't know what I would call it or anything, but the basic premise would be like an adventure world, where for the movies that it would inspired by like Indiana Jones, National Treasure, The Rocketeer.
Tyler's perking up a little bit.
Kind of built around that kind of adventure, like old like serial
Rescue Rangers
type adventures. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I mean, you can bring in Atlantis. You can bring in like Disney's Black Hole. Bring in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea again.
Yes.
Like those old like adventure stuff.
Yes.
That would be fun. And none of the like I know some people like it's a Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Like I don't know, like that, like I want adventure rides where it's like more adventurous, not just like a play set that you walk around, but like actual like big things that you would do.
Yeah.
Like virtual reality stuff, like going through rapids and stuff and things like that. Because I love the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, but they don't have that at Disney World. So like stuff like that, like where it's so immersive, like everything looks so cool. So it's like a whole land like that. And like, I mean, the Rocketeer is coming back again with the kids show and stuff like that. Everybody still loves the Rocketeer. So high flying adventures with the Rocketeer and
I've
like
seen
that.
I've seen the show, the cartoon, the new Rocketeer cartoon.
Yeah,
it's I mean, it's a Disney Junior show, so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if they did like another 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride, but update it.
Yes, I love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. A well of a tale to tell you, lad. A well of a tale or two.
That's all we got. That's all we can do.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Can I interject just a little bit?
What don't you like?
No. I like it. I like any idea that comes from you, Chris.
Oh.
Okay. Why wouldn't you just do Disney Sea?
Because that's already been done. He's never been there, or neither have I.
I know. Well, neither have I, but I'm just saying, like, what are the odds? Like, I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Disney Sea.
Yeah, I do too.
But I mean, what are the odds of that ever happening? Probably for me.
So I mean, yeah.
You could do Disney Sea because they were going to do another Epcot. You know, we all know that story, Westcott out in Disneyland. So just do Disney Sea, and then you have your 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You have Indiana Jones. You could do that.
Yeah, I'd be good with that. I mean, just that. I mean, basically, yeah, that kind of premise, like that kind of land where it's that old timey serial adventures.
Very cool.
And just really make it immersive. And yeah,
very cool.
Buy a whip instead of a lightsaber.
Yeah.
How many ways can you customize a whip, right?
Oh,
it's got multiple tails on the end, or it's got.
And if you're doing the small, you're doing the small, like for the small little section.
Yeah,
like
for the 23 or 26 acres.
Yeah, like, I that one was kind of hard for me to think of. But really, I'd probably go with like a DuckTales ride. Like, because I mean,
that's a big.
Is this acreage away from everything, or is it near other things?
I mean, I'm not sure where this little plot is.
I mean, the acreage that they got is it's not in a park. It's like it's off by itself.
but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's to
I
that.
mean, if it is close to that big area, I mean, if like that can tie into the Adventureland stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because the DuckTales, it could be for the kids. I mean, because the Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would see it along the veins of that, where you have kind of cartoons come to life around you with the DuckTale gang, on like almost like Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, like the cart the cart thing, like a cart ride like that, like zooming through like a DuckTales adventure, going after the lost lamp or something.
Yeah.
Having Glum Gold coming after you.
Glow.
Great.
All right, maybe I'll go.
Well, there you
next,
go.
Unless Catron's got his, I can go. I don't care.
I'll let you go.
All right. Okay, I don't know what that is on our live stream.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's.
What?
I'll let Catron
What?
handle that. Anyways, so so
Gee.
sort of like what mine was sort of like what Chris's says, the 235 acres. I want to do like just a straight up like immersive park where it's like totally immersive, like sort of like obviously not exactly like Westworld because there would be robots that would kill us. That would rise up and kill us. But they're getting there
just
with
like Westworld.
Yeah, they're getting there with Galaxy's Edge a little bit, but a whole park that basically when you go in, you still have the spokes on the wheel, sort of like Magic Kingdom, but each land, when you go into that land, it's totally immersive and it's like you're in that world. So it's not really so much ride based as in total immersion. Of course, there's still going to be rides because it's a theme park, but it's total immersion where you become a character when you go in. So it's more like a niche sort of boutique type park that is different from what they have now. And so you could have like your Star Wars type theme and your Indiana Jones type theme. It wouldn't have to necessarily be those, but and your fantasy medieval theme and stuff. But you're totally you pay to go in and you're a character and that's it. So that would be my big park. I have to flesh that out. It's a lot of things. But for my small for the 26 acres, I'm not good at the math. So if you said, "Hey, how big's 26 acres?" I couldn't tell you.
Most of us couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it would be like a sort of like Disney Quest 2.0, but it's like a black box VR theater experience. Sort of like what the Void is, but it would be on a bigger scale where you'd have multiple levels where you could have all kinds of different things going on at the same time. But a black box theater that you could change out experience that you could. I don't know what that noise is.
Hey, what you got, Tyler?
Huh?
You making your dinner?
You making your dinner there, Tyler?
I went out and caught some chicken earlier, boys.
We're totally boring him now. He's got his.
But
Buffalo
you even
Wild.
like boxed it up.
He boxed it up and everything.
Hey, can I be honest with you guys?
You can.
Okay, I'm a fan. Like, I try not to fanboy out, but I'm a fan. Like, I listen to you guys, just do my work, when I'm driving or whatever. So I can totally just sit here and just listen to you guys talk, and I'll just eat. I'm just like, the fact that I can just like interject and be like, hey, see, now you guys can hear me. So that's all it is. I'm just fan. I'm just gonna
I
eat.
didn't know this was an option. I didn't know this was an option during
To
the
eat?
podcast. I can just sit here and just eat. And
Only
just
the
let
guests
you
can do that. Anyways, so
guys-
we send our guests food Monday.
so the black box experience, but on a grander scale, and they've been tinkering about doing this in some of the parks already to have what they call a black box theater that they could change out pretty fast. So you could put one ride in and then immediately put another ride in within a couple months. So that would be my idea for the 26.3 acres, something different. I know they have the Void, but this would be sort of a bigger version of the
Bigger,
Void.
yeah.
So that would be my.
Let me ask a question in all seriousness. Would you really do that, or are you just saying this for the show? Like you just like hypothetical. Would you really, like, if you were in charge of the Walt Disney Company right now, like tomorrow you just woke up and a genie went, Brian, you're in charge. Would you expand and build another gate in Walt Disney World, or would you do something else? Would you put the money? I know that's not what we're talking about, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Would you put the money into the parks? What would you do? Because obviously I have tons of ideas, like we all do, but I think that the Walt Disney Company should build another park, another resort elsewhere in America. I used to think
they tried
that. Yeah. Right. I used to think that, no, it's oversaturation of the market. No, the world is huge. We are huge right now. There are millions and millions of people, and Walt Disney World is packed. I think the last thing that they do need, and I know we're just having fun, but I do think the last thing that they need is something else to draw people to Walt Disney World. I think we need to draw them away. Go to Dallas. Go to Nashville.
Go to Dallas.
Yeah, they need it
Well,
here.
the thing is that they bought this land. They're going to do something with it. So, what would you want them to do?
Do you think they're doing that?
They bought it.
Do you think they are doing?
It's theirs. They own it. Something is going there. It probably won't be a new park, but something's going there because they're just not going to buy land and just be like.
So
it could be solar farms. It could be anything. It could be like
storage or something.
It could be a. One of the rumors going around is that it's a upscale resort area that's sort of way upscale that would probably cost a fortune to stay at. So something is going there. They bought it for Disney. Doesn't buy land just to buy it. They buy it, and one day it could be now. It could be 50 years from now. They'll do something with the land. So it's really like, what would you do with the land? If you were given this land and said you have to do something with it, what would you do with it? So I get what you're saying, but I don't think you could buy the land and be like, okay, we're going to build a park in Dallas.
I think I read something. No, I read something where they said they had to have so much like conservation land or something like that. I don't know anything about that stuff. That was just something I read.
That's boring.
Where they had to like have,
So, well, that's boring.
No, I know. I just could explain what they're doing.
Yeah.
I hope that they're not building something that can. And again, like I said, I'm not trying to be.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're building another park. I think, if anything, knowing Disney, they're going to build more hotels because they want to have more people come, stay there, which will just make the parks even more crowded.
Mm-hmm.
But that's usually what they do.
I think if they build another. Go ahead.
Sorry, the 26 acres. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like solar farms or something.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
If they build another park in another state, I think they should go to Oklahoma because there's this great zoo there where there's all these exotic animals.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to sing us a song about it?
Good place for zoos.
I saw a tiger. So, anyways, okay. No. I wanted to give a little perspective because Ryan basically stole my ideas. So I think that's kind of what
great.
You steal my idea. I think there's something with virtual reality that because that's the big thing right now, right? And just escaping, like holodeck, right? They did that in Mandalorian. We have the technology, and they can do all these things and make it look really cool. And the Void, I mean, that's a prime example. So I mean, more of that, total immersion. Do more of Galaxy's Edge, right? If you're going to do another gate, then do a bunch more of that kind of thing, right? But to give a little perspective, I looked at the acreage, and I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm pulling up something I found. Magic Kingdom is 142 acres.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I pulled that up too. I forgot. I wrote it down.
Disney's Hollywood Studios is 154, and Animal Kingdom is over 500 acres, which is crazy, or is 500. But
580.
I mean, yeah, it's
yeah, because you can put the entire Magic Kingdom in the Kilimanjaro Safari, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Epcot's 300 acres, so it's comparable there. So but it's still kind of, that's a big part just to add another gate. Like that would take forever for them to do that. So looking at hotels, I looked at like Pop Century because it's what came to mind, and it's 177 acres. So that's a little bit closer. I mean, you think about like building a deluxe resort with DVC. That's probably what it's going to be. Another deluxe resort, and then the small acreage, like I said, could be solar, could be parking for, maybe they're expanding the thing, I said Sky Bridge, what do they call that thing? The Skyliner, or I don't know where it is or anything like that, but yeah, it's probably going to be some kind of resources, like I said, power or storage or something like that, but because I don't really have a good grasp either of what 26 acres looks like. So, but
that's why I picked a building that could go up, basically a place like Disney Quest. And this was just me saying, hey, you know what? If I had the land and I had the money, what would be something fun I would do? Not thinking about like, does something else need to come or what? Just sort of like, hey, it'd be fun to pretend and imagine, because that's what we're doing. Yeah. We're doing a podcast to entertain, and so that's my thoughts.
I
don't know. I've been stuck at home too long.
Well, I'm sorry, Ryan. The Walt Disney Company means a lot to me, you see, so I take things very seriously.
So Tyler, if there was a type of ride that you would want, that you wish there was a ride like this, and so you got the acreage to do it, like what kind of ride you'd be looking for?
He doesn't want to get away.
It's a thinker. It's
you
don't have to go into detail, but like a type.
I think every ride needs to be. Okay, I'll answer it this way. I hate when people say they don't like when someone says, well, this is what Walt would do. Everybody's like, I don't know, the Disney people, they can't stand when someone says that. This is what Walt would do. I have always said that there are people called historians, and we take their opinions on what, King Tut might think. It's like, oh, King Tut was this or that. And it's like, well, how do you know? Like, you could say the same thing. Like, nobody knows these people in the past, these historic figures that we research. Nobody knows. We have a better chance of knowing what Walt would really do or want or say or whatever, because it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't as long as King Tut. So anyway, I would like to officially get the title of like Walt Disney historian. I've studied the man just all to every extent. I mean, that you could study someone. Like, I've studied that guy. And I can tell you right here and now, he and I would probably not get along. He and I would butt heads in a lot of ways. So I think saying that completely alleviates the whole, oh, you're just projecting your own opinions on the wall. No, that's not true. Like, because he and I would disagree on a lot of things. But so that being said, I do believe that if he was resurrected, brought up to speed on human technology, where we are, as a culture and everything, if he rode Rise of the Resistance and then went to Magic Kingdom and saw that Peter Pan is still the way it was when he was alive, he would be like, why is every ride not like Rise of the Resistance? It would be like, every single ride needs to be this way. So asking me that question is very loaded. I think that I think that every ride needs to be like Rise of the Resistance. It's like when I wrote it, my jaw was like, I was like, well done. You know, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, yes. But at the same time, I was like, every ride needs to be like this. Like, yeah, they should have been doing that a long time ago, of course. So I think any ride that you build needs to be to that extent. I think once you do that, you've raised the bar, unless it's something like a carousel or something that's, you know, specifically designed to be a certain way, like a carousel or that serves its purpose. Like, you know, there are shows, there are, you know, 3D shows and stuff like that. So obviously there are those types of attractions. But when you want to take somebody and put them in the world of a film, it needs to be to that extent. There needs to be an Indiana Jones ride that's like that. Even the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland now is kind of like, I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite rides, but when stacked up next to the bar that they've, you know, put, it's just like, ah. So, yeah, I think Walt would bulldoze everything and start over.
So, okay, let's pose the question this way. What do you think should be the next Rise of the Resistance? What IP?
I think if Bob, of course, he's not really calling the shots now, right? Iger.
We all know he still is.
Right. Okay. Well, I've said this from the beginning. He likes spending money. Buy back the rights from Universal. Like, I don't understand So I love Galaxy's Edge. I mean, anybody who watches my Instagram stories or sees my Instagram, that kind of stuff, like, they know I love Galaxy's Edge. I don't really like its placement, especially when you consider like the Streets of America and Disney's Hollywood Studios was a perfect Marvel land. Like, all you needed was Stark Tower, and then that's it. Like, it was a perfect It was New York. It was like where all the, you know, crap goes down. So I think you need a Rise of the Resistance Avengers ride. And I guess we're going to get that in Disneyland. I don't know. It's some kind of virtual. I think it's kind of like the Void, right?
I mean,
it's like, I mean, yeah, it's like, well,
No,
it's like
there's
Avengers, like Academy, like
type
thing where there's a Spider-Man ride. There's like an ant, like it's kind of gearing more towards like the Star Wars land type stuff, Galaxy's Edge stuff. But yeah, it's.
I think in like the land is supposed to go in phases, and I think there's like a phase 2 or something, whatever, and then there's supposed to be like the big Avengers ride, and everyone has like a mech suit or something that I don't know.
And they're doing ones like all over the world too. Like every park is going to have something. They're apparently not supposed to kind of link up somehow or whatever.
Yeah, so
except for like done it. Yeah, even Disney World, like that's supposed to be like space basically for them. So that where they're putting in the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, like that's the area for there, because they can use that in Disney World because Universal doesn't have access to that IP. So they're treating that more as the otherworldly areas of Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that you didn't, if you're talking about a fifth gate, the fact that you didn't buy the rights from Universal, and everybody's like, well, the best argument I've heard when people tell me I have this discussion and people are like, well, you see, Disney's making money off their competitor. And I'm like, okay, so get.
Oh, froze.
Oh no!
Like, if again, Walt was resurrected, he was brought back, he'd be like, wait a minute, these are our characters and our competitor, they're selling our merch. What? No, they're ours. They don't belong to them. So the fact that Bob didn't look at Universal and be like, okay, here, I'll give you X billion and we have the rights, and then build a Marvel park. I mean, you have Wakanda, you have New York, you have San Francisco for Ant-Man, you have all these lands that you could build. You have space, Guardians of the Galaxy. Now they're like just sprinkling it all over. It's like, what? So strange to me.
Speaking of like Walt and like all the old rides and everything, what if they did something This is crazy. Hear me out here.
Oh,
This is wild. This is a thought. Um, so with virtual reality, what if they did a whole virtual reality park of what Walt Disney World like used to be throughout the years? Like all the old rides have gone away and everything. You can ride them in virtual reality and stuff like that. What'd you think of that?
Brother, I have thought about them building a park with all old extinct rides. Like, and call it the Forgotten Kingdom. Like, I mean, you know, they called it what, Wasteland or whatever in Epic Mickey with Oswald and Mickey. Wasn't it Wasteland? Do that. Just build the old rides. But yeah, no, you could definitely do a virtual one too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
somebody started doing that. There's a website that has like virtual ride-throughs of all the old rides. You can use their virtual reality stuff.
But yeah, if they have it in like their own building and stuff, they can like set it up to where like if it's like a water ride, you have water kind of splashing around a little bit. You got the sounds, you got heat coming off of stuff if you need heat. They can really kind of immerse you in it, like put you in one of those little pods that can move around on its
That'd
own.
be freaking awesome, man.
It'd be good in my black box VR experience. It's going to be on those 26 acres. It's happening. Get the call any day.
Can you at least do something cool with the outside though? Like instead of just painting it away blue.
Oh no, the outside is
a big black building.
Yes, it's gonna be big.
The big black box building. No windows, nothing. It's just a big black box.
I don't know. I like that. That's not bad.
Oh man.
Then you put on glasses and it gives you cool.
I'm still here.
You got any thoughts, Katrin? You're thinking hard.
I think if there was a way that Disney could buy Minecraft, the rights to Minecraft, my son would be all over a Minecraft land, or it'd have to be a land. I just can't imagine you do a whole park on Minecraft. But when you said Black Tower, I was thinking of Obsidian. It's like, this is how bad it is here. It's like it's all day, every day for him. But it's Obsidian is you make it from lava and some other elements. I can't think of what else, but it's this black stone, and I was like, that would be cool if you had this shiny black stone make this tower. It would stand out and be this cool thing. But
yeah, I really thought you were going to say if Disney could buy the rights to Fortnite, and I was like,
no,
no, it's a Fortnite land where everyone runs around shooting everybody.
No,
do their dances.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really matter right now, anyways, because the parks are closed until who knows when.
Yeah, and they certainly aren't going to have the money to do anything new. It's going to be something, unless it's energy, some kind. I mean, they could fill up all of it with energy of some sort. I guess I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to make sure nobody moves in on them. I don't know what they're doing.
Do you think they will raise the prices once they open back up?
I don't know how they can, but they will anyways. But I can see them not, just because everybody's like, there's so much bad right now, people losing jobs and money, and it would really make it a rich man's park then. Like it used to, when I grew up, we didn't go to Disney World because I always thought it was a rich man's park, and it was. I mean, you can go to Dollywood. You can buy a season pass at Dollywood for $26 or something. It was something really cheap. But it's as I've gotten older and priorities change or whatever. I mean, we save more money to go, and it's still kind of feels like the rich man's park, but it's still attainable for a lot of people if you do it right. But I sure hope not. Because I think that will alienate some people, because it's just going to be impossible for them to go. But they got to do what they got to do.
I don't think they'll raise their prices right when they open back up. I think there's going to be hey, the world's coming back to normal. We want you to come to Disney, so here's a great deal. And they'll lure you in with that deal, and then next year,
for the 50th.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. That's what they're doing with this thing. They're trying to get people to come in June, right? Starting in June sometime, is they've got the meal plan or whatever, dining plan, and I can't think, but they're trying to lure you in, which it's a great deal. I mean, they definitely will have to do that just to get people to come. They just need bodies in to buy food to show up.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll do it right away, but they're going to have to, just because they got to recoup a lot.
Yeah, I was telling a friend of mine, I think the best thing they could do is do the Steven Spielberg VHS thing. They were originally, I'm sure y'all know this story, when they were going to do VHSs, maybe it was Betamax back then, but when they were going to sell the, home video, they were going to charge like $150 per copy. Mm-hmm. And it was Steven Spielberg who said, you might have 5 people that'll pay $100, but I bet you've got 200 people that pay 20. Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, oh. And so I think that's what they should do. I mean, they're losing, what they say, like 40 million a day just in Florida. Sure. It's like, crazy. If I were them, I would pack that place out. Like, I would make it a nut house. Now, wouldn't be good safety wise, but once enough time has passed and everything, we're in the clear, and I'm talking about later in the year, I would pack it up. I would make everything cheap. I would say, hey, discounted price, and just pack everybody in there and make your money back real quick, and then just slowly start raising your price. Because
they'll start buying T-shirts and eat food and things. That's where they probably make a lot of the money too, is just all those extra things that people buy. I mean, their merchandise is actually getting better, and that was one of the things that's always, the merchandise hasn't been great, but it seems like it's getting better.
Yeah, with Galaxy's Edge, that's definitely.
But that stuff is getting daggum expensive.
Well, see, if this lasts for, speaking of merchandise, if this lasts for much longer, I can see Disney saying, "Hey, we know you're missing Disney. Go to DisneyStore.com right now and buy all the Galaxy's Edge stuff that you want."
Yeah,
and they'll sell out of it within an hour.
That's true. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. They don't have to raise the prices, but that's where they're making a ton of money. I feel like, I don't know.
You know how many lightsabers alone they would sell if they said, starting tomorrow, buy all the Galaxy Legacy lightsabers.
Yeah, why not?
On Disney Store.
What do they got to lose?
They'd be gone. They wouldn't be able to keep stock in.
Mm-hmm. No.
I mean, the only thing I guess that they would lose is that eventually, I mean, if they sold out of them, and then they're losing out on people going to the park and actually buying them there and spending more money other ways.
Oh, well, yeah, they would probably only do it until the parks open back up.
At this point, I mean, they're going to have to do almost like a fire sale and say, we're going to sell all this cheap just to get it out of here and make some kind of money. I mean, they're making a ton of money. They're making so much money on stuff because it's ridiculous. Like that big Rice Krispie treat we were talking about earlier, that's Big Mickey, that's like $20 for that thing, and it doesn't cost anywhere near that to make it. Right, but people will buy it, and that's the problem with people, right? We'll buy those things, and
I mean, look behind me. Look at my Galaxy's Edge. I mean, you can't probably see the lights, but I spent some money
all the
there.
Things.
All my life, I never was able to have the things that I wanted. Like there were, I wanted props and, stuff. I never got that kind of stuff for birthdays or whatever. And then when I started getting a paycheck, I got whatever I wanted. I was like, I could get hit by a car tomorrow. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to buy this. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Like, if there's something I want, I don't really care. I mean, I have a baby Yoda coming. So like an actual, like the actual
real
thing.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, the real
live baby Yoda.
Well, that's what's weird is I'm not the guy who would buy, like I was actually telling a friend about this. The company that I bought, I can't remember if is it Sideshow? Like, yeah,
Sideshow. Yeah.
They have like the full scale replicas. Good. Right? They have the full scale replicas of like Boba Fett and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I would do that, because like, I don't want to walk in my office and just see Boba Fett just standing there. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, I don't think that's real to me. So I would have like a K2SO, because a K2SO or a droid can shut down, right?
Yeah.
So that seems a little bit more
true.
like in world. But like
So you'll
Baby
have
Yoda,
a life-size Baby Yoda. Okay.
well, right. So I love The Mandalorian, and I got this Baby Yoda, and I'm like, it kind of goes against what I believe in, because I'm like, it's like his corpse standing there.
Creepy dolls, man.
Just like weird. But anyway, so I got that. But talking about the prices at Disney, like Galaxy's Edge, some of the stuff, I'm just like, it's just a little bit too much. The prices are getting a little ridiculous. But also, Katrin, you talking about Disney selling the Galaxy's Edge merch, and only selling it exclusively in Galaxy's Edge, not online or anything. Universal was the same way with the Wizarding World stuff, and it drove me nuts when I was like 21, because I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, right? It's my Star Wars. Well, Pirates of the Caribbean is my Star Wars, but I love Harry Potter. I wanted the stuff, but I didn't want to go to Universal. I was like, I want the stuff. Just let me buy it online. Now they let you. It's a select few items, but I suspect that Disney will eventually do the same thing. They'll let you buy certain things, but not, not lightsabers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Isaac just said, Baby Yoda just sleeps all the time, Tyler. That's it. He just sleeps.
Well, no, he's like standing there wide awake, man.
I can't wait to do a live stream with you, and we come on the live stream, and you're just sitting there holding Baby Yoda in your arms, just rocking.
It's gonna happen.
Sleep.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
If I knew someone that lived in your house, I would have them like periodically just move him around. So he just, I don't think he was there before. Was he there before? I don't.
Man. No.
That creeped me out. That creeped me out. Of course, I think baby dolls creep me out anyways.
Me too. I think the one I told somebody this. I think the one thing I'm most excited about, like I'm excited about getting the daggum, Baby Yoda, but it comes with a prop of the gear shifter knob thing that he was obsessed with. Yeah. And I was like, I actually am more excited about that than I am the stupid doll. I was like, I want the little prop of the little thing. I was like, I feel like it's from the ship. So that's cool.
Is it like one of those like feed me dolls? Like you like shove a frog in its mouth and it poops and you got to clean it up? Or
no? They do. When I pre-ordered the Sideshow collectible one, I know you guys have probably seen it. Hot Toys has come out with their version, but it's basically a giant action figure. I don't think it looks. Ryan, we had this conversation. I think. Well, I don't think. I'll send you guys some pictures. What makes this little thing look so adorable ain't his big eyes. That's part of it. Ain't his big ears. That's part of it. It's his freaking frown. He looks sad all the time. He's like. And there's one part like when no spoiler alert, so I won't say it. There's one part at the end of the show where he's happy. Like this. Yeah, but the frown is like
chicken nuggies.
That frown is baked in.
Yeah, so the Hot Toys, they didn't get it. Like the frown is not the same. And I feel like Sideshow got it just a little bit better. Of course, it's just proof of concept now. They don't actually have the figures, so I don't know what it's actually going to wind up looking like. I hope when it gets here, I'm happy with it.
You can get it. It's just going to be a Yoda. What?
Yeah.
Why is so old looking? Sorry.
The Jar Jar Binks. You're getting a Jar Jar, baby Jar Jar.
Can you imagine having a life-size Jar Jar Binks just sitting in your room?
No.
He's a watch you in your sleep.
No.
It's a little Tyler. Oh boy.
Oh. Good God. Please. Give me nightmares.
We're just gonna send you pictures of Jar Jar Binks now, all night long.
No, I didn't hate Jar Jar. I didn't hate him. I didn't understand what the problem was.
You don't want him in your room though.
Right. Yes, exactly. I think somebody, maybe Ryan, maybe it was you. I don't know.
Probably is.
My memory is terrible, but I was talking to somebody about Jar Jar, and I didn't understand people's frustration with the character because, and I use this as an example. I was like, well, Yoda, when he showed up, he was like, and like eating the stuff, eating his flashlight, and he was goofy. And then somebody said, yeah, but that was an act. Yoda was a very serious character. And I was like, that was a lot of people's issue with Ryan Johnson's version of Yoda. He was very like the flashlight eating Yoda. He wasn't the wise, somber, you will be like that Yoda. So I guess they needed Jar Jar to turn serious.
Hello, my name is Jar Jar Binks. I'll be your server today. On the menu tonight, we have a lovely Naboo frog legs.
He's a help Annie. He's a help Annie. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Yeah,
anymore,
I can't do this. Did you see the thing going around about Baby Yoda versus Yoda and how it doesn't match up with his age and stuff and how he's acting? Because I think in The Empire Strikes Back, Yoda says that he's been training people as Jedis for 800 years, and he's 900 years old. So that means the child, would start training Jedis in 50 years, and he's like an infant now. So it doesn't match up the timeline age thing. You seen this?
They have a growth spurt. They have over the next 50 years, just a super growth spurt.
Not our things don't happen the same in our galaxy. I mean, the fact that he's 50 years old and he acts like a little baby is weird, right? So what's 50 years may be way different in a galaxy far, far away. So
this is a long time ago, is what I've heard.
Yeah, I get where where you were going with that. Like he's putting on an act. Is that what you're saying?
No, just they're saying that if he is still an infant and he acts like an infant at 50, when he's 100, he's only going to act, like a child. So how is he going to be training people in the ways of the Force and everything when he's 100?
Right. So my interpretation of that was he's not really an infant.
Yeah, maybe.
But
he's an old man.
But I was like, I don't. That's going to make a lot of people mad.
Yeah.
Because he's cute as a freaking button, and if you're pulling my leg and you're actually very well aware of what you're doing, and you're just cooing and like, no, I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna punch you like a football. Like
again, it's just a movie and a TV show, so everything doesn't have to line up.
Okay.
He's got a cell phone calling his family. Like, I got these guys so full.
It's so funny.
I'm eating frogs. They're like, oh, that's so adorable.
This guy's taking me in. He has no idea.
He's gonna be like the baby from Roger Rabbit. When the scene cuts, he puts the cigar in.
Hey there, Toots. How you doing?
Baby Herman?
Yeah.
Where's my stogie?
Oh, man.
Woo! That's what your scene needs. It needs your woo! It needs your picture of Jessica Rabbit in the background.
That's in my bedroom.
I know.
Yeah, that's very far away from where he's at.
Yeah, very far away.
If anybody wants to buy my painting out there listening, you can totally buy it because Tyler's broke right now. So, just saying.
He's living in a tent. He's broke.
Hey, how would y'all feel if like this really was like this is not a set, like this really was out in the jungle somewhere, and I'm just like, ha ha ha, yeah, oh, it's in my living room, and like really I'm like scared to death and crying.
I would.
He's outside of a Starbucks,
bring you home,
just getting their Wi-Fi.
No, I told you I'm in Adventureland, man.
He's got a satellite connection.
No,
Isaac says that he's waiting for Baby Yoda to steal the Darksaber and unveil his real self. Uh-oh.
His evil plan.
Yeah.
This is playing all along.
Anyways, man, we just been all over the place tonight. I mean, literally, we've been in the jungle for part of the time.
Hey, listen, I told you I'm a fan of the show. I would like this episode. Okay. I'm just saying.
Good. I hope so. I hope everybody, I hope the live streamers like it. I hope the listeners at home like it. Because there's no listeners at work right now.
Well, maybe at home at work.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I mean. Like, there's no commuters, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me clarify. I will not like this episode. These are the only episodes that I don't listen to. I have a voice, and I'm always like, Tyler, you're stupid. Why did you talk about that? Or what did you say that? Or you messed up that sentence. You're clearly dying. There's something wrong with your brain nowadays. Like, but it's okay.
We usually edit all that out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Like, I don't listen to these episodes that I'm on.
This is all fake. Like, we're not recording.
Yeah, we're not recording anything right now.
Just for you.
You're just feeling bad for me. That's all it is.
Yeah. We were asked by your family members to, like, kind of bring you in, give you something to do for a bit.
You know what's sad is I believe that.
I don't know Isaac, but I'm liking him. He gave us 2 thumbs up for tonight's live stream.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac.
You know
Shout
Isaac?
out to Isaac.
Tyler? I don't know. You know Isaac?
I don't. I don't think I do. Isaac, if I do know you, I apologize.
So it's not a plant. It's not Tyler's plant.
No.
That Tyler guy, he's okay.
This Tyler guy's cool. You need to have him on more often.
Hey, the door's always open.
I told you, man. All you got to do is ask. I'm here.
Next week we'll just have you on and we won't show up, and it'll just be you. It'll be your show.
Jeez. I've thought about doing.
Oh,
the
Tyler
podcast
knows.
thing.
Tyler knows Isaac Ruggles.
Oh yeah, I do know him. I didn't know until you said his last name.
Well, there we go.
So he is a plant.
There you go.
So he's a plant. Oh well. We try.
No.
He is a hibiscus.
Hey Tyler, could you point out some of your favorite plants for us while you're there?
Sure. There's that one.
That one.
I'm kind of fond of that one there.
It's a joke.
That's one of my favorite jokes on the Jungle Cruise.
So do you all may know the answer to this, but do you think it annoys the crap out of the skippers when people steal the punchlines to the jokes? Like when they say it's an African elephant because we're in Africa or whatever, they say the answer is like,
it depends on the skipper probably.
Yeah.
Some of them,
because I think it'd be fun. But it's like, the lines, but at some point it's got to get annoying. It's like, okay, thanks. So we got new people here.
My favorite thing is when because I've read that so many times, is when the skipper pulls out a joke I've never heard of, and it happens every now and then. Yeah. And it's like, oh, where did that joke
I have been told, because doing the Skipper Dan stuff, I got to know a lot of skippers, research the Jungle Cruise, all that stuff. But I heard, I don't know if it's true, but the skippers can deviate from the script, but they all the jokes and everything that they want to say has to be approved.
That makes sense.
Has to go through an approval process.
That makes sense, yeah.
I think they should be. If that's not true, I think it needs to be. Like, they need to be allowed to, if you're an aspiring comedian and you want to go work on the Jungle Cruise, you should be able to come up with bits. Come up with your own. Because the best trips I've ever had on the Jungle Cruise are the people who went off script and went nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in tears. And it's not just because it's something new. And like, I've ridden it a million times. Like, I still think the Jungle Cruise is funny. I still love the Day as Old as Time jokes. But even the people who had never ridden it before were in tears. Like, I had one guy, literally, what is the Jungle Cruise? Like 13, 15 minutes, something like that. I used to know, but
something like that. Yeah.
We were on that boat for like 35 minutes. It was like almost an hour. Like when he got to Sam, we were the last boat. When he got to Sam, Trader Sam, somebody at the dock screamed, "Bring it in!" And he goes, "Okay, Mom." I'm like, but he said we went through the cave, which I've seen, or the temple or whatever, and I've seen some of them do this. Like he turned off the lights and he goes, "It's a small world after all."
Yeah.
And I've seen, like I said, I've seen some of them do that. But then he goes, "Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going through an ancient elephant burial ground, and so we gotta go through here really quiet. We don't want to disturb the spirits." And when he gets into the elephant bathing pool, he starts flipping the lights really fast, like a strobe light. And he goes, "Oh my God, they're alive! They're alive! For the love of God!" It was so funny. We were all just dying laughing. I was like, "See, this is what they should be allowed to do."
Oh,
It's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, was that at nighttime? Yeah, the night ones, especially the right before close, is always the best ones.
Yeah.
Always the best ones.
I mean, I should know. I'm here right now. I'm surprised you can't hear the boats running.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
not.
Close.
Where would you where would you live if you could live like in the apocalypse in the park? Where would you live?
Yeah, Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse.
Okay.
It's because it's got a moat.
It's kind of moot.
And it is it's got high points and stuff. You can see people coming.
Got a kitchen.
It's got a kitchen, got a water,
Bed.
got a system. Yeah, got a bed,
Organ.
everything you need.
What else do you need?
You say organ?
It does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. Is it a piano or an organ?
It's an organ. You're right.
Okay.
They brought it off the ship. I remember the movie. I used to watch that movie all the time when I was a kid.
I call it animal abuse. The movie. That's what they would call it nowadays.
That's true.
Like the guy literally picks up the dog by the collar in the ocean and like pulls it up onto the boat.
You gotta save the
Like,
dog.
"Why do you do that now?" I know, but like the dog wasn't really in peril. Like,
Hey.
it's a movie, man.
Chris, where would you live?
Where would I live?
Yeah, in the parks.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I'd probably go to Cinderella's castle.
Yeah.
Yes, you can live with me.
I mean, they got a bedroom in there, right? They got a whole
They got that
suite up there.
Nice.
I just go live up there.
Yeah, that's
I
probably.
mean,
It's got a moat
take-
around it, sort of.
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah,
moat.
kinda-
It's,
yeah.
I mean, it's a freaking castle, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a castle. It's protective. I mean, you can boil some oil and pour it over the sides if you need to.
You got views down Main Street and views through Fantasyland.
Yeah,
So you could.
yeah, you can see all around from every direction.
Y'all ain't
Taking the
thought
high
this
ground.
through like me, okay?
What? We don't.
They
poop like you.
literally
What?
signed that. No, you haven't thought this through.
Oh, through
like me.
I thought he said poop too.
There is literally like they designed that suite with tiny windows so that way you can't see like the top of the roofs in the castle, right?
Oh, sure.
They don't want to ruin the magic. So you get in that room, you can't see nothing.
Oh, that's why you have your the royal table though. The restaurant has views from all the sides.
Okay.
Yeah, the restaurant.
All right. I'll give you that.
Thought through.
Give you that.
And there's probably a bathroom in there.
And then if you need a quick
That's
escape,
you.
you just go down to Tinkerbell Wire.
There you go. Shoot down Tinkerbell.
I think you got that from.
Shoot down Tinkerbell.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't know where else I'd live. Let's see.
I'll take the firehouse.
Firehouse would be a good place.
I don't know. I took the good one, the castle.
I mean, Space Mountain is so dark. I thought they were fine. Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean. That'd be fun.
Be fun, yeah.
Dude, that's where people go to die.
Pirates would be creepy.
The zombies are in there, okay? Like,
The pirate ride would be super creepy. That's where you accidentally run into and someone's chasing you and then you die.
What would be really creepy is Small World. If you've read the Kingdom Keepers. My son will not. He said, "I'm not going to ride Small World anymore because we read the Kingdom Keepers."
I don't know how they got that approved. Like, Disney they are so careful about their image, and they literally took that and made it into a horror scene.
Oh yeah,
it's great. It's the best.
Bite. They will bite you.
You live in the Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror.
You know, it would be a very relaxing place to live, as long as all the fish didn't die all around you, because that would be depressing. It would be in the living seas and just sit there and live in there.
There's your food source right
That's
there.
Your food source, yeah, that's true. Now, if you living in the land on that ride, you can live on there because you have all the greenhouses.
Well, there you go.
You have that farm scene. You could live on the porch there with the dog, and then if you wanted to shower, you got the rainforest scene or whatever it was. You could wash off. If you need a tan, you just go lay in the desert scene, get you a nice tan.
Y'all are literally writing my novel, okay? Y'all are writing my novel. Right?
We want some credit then, just a little name at the end or something.
Oh no! I started this like 10 years ago. Oh, it's cool. Yeah.
Can I be a character?
If you're thinking, especially you can live in the ball in Epcot, but that just made me think of like Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, where the Joker's living in the world of tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's got the robot wife.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I suspect when this happens and I go down there, because it's gonna happen. Like, I'm doing it if the apocalypse happens. Just so y'all know, I'm making this very clear. This is happening. So I suspect I'm gonna have to. There's gonna be some fights. Tyler's gonna have to.
It's gonna be gangs. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna have to show that I am the boss. I am Negan, from Walking Dead. Like, I'm just gonna have to be the guy. But I fully expect that there is going to be a king of every park, and I claim Magic Kingdom. Sorry, guys. I mean, it is what it is.
Are you willing to do what it takes to claim the kingdom?
I'm willing. I'm willing to do what it takes. Yep.
Oh no.
Fine, I'll take Epcot.
The thing about the thing about the parks though, so you're going to have the king of the park, and then you're going to have the governors of each land. So you got the governor of Tomorrowland. Governor of Fantasyland.
I'll have Main Street.
All right, so do y'all want to be a governor? It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be a governor.
Yeah, I'll take governor.
Can we be governors?
Governor.
Who's the poor guy or girl that's going to be governor of Liberty Square?
Hey, Liberty Square has Haunted Mansion. I would make that my house. I'd live in the Haunted Mansion.
Okay. So Ryan is governor of.
I would have Liberty Square. I would live on the hill. The governor on the hill in the mansion. And then it already has the poop. It already has the poop streaks.
Paul's drinking some lemonade.
Yeah. I mean, I say. I would take my boat.
No ice in it.
I'd have my boat ride. I'd take my riverboat out on the river in the hot summer days. I would go on my private island.
Dude, you sound like a ruthless villain, though. Oh. Like, you're like sipping lemonade and stuff, but like you're really like the
governor.
I'd be your right hand man of the king until the fateful day where I invite him over to my haunted mansion and becomes the room for one more, the 1,000th ghost in my haunted mansion. And I would be king of overall.
Yeah, he's the one you gotta watch. He's the one you gotta watch out for because he's gonna try and take the kingdom for himself. I
will. I'll be your buddy.
He's going to turn all the other governors against you.
I'd bury you right there by Mr. Toad.
to all of our listeners, or their listeners, I should say, not my listeners, to all of their listeners, I do apologize. We're supposed to be taking your mind off the apocalypse, and we're talking about Magic Kingdom in a world that's just, complete destroyed.
Man, now I really want to live at the Haunted Mansion and just sit and mint juleps all day. I say.
I'll say it is quite hot outside today.
Yeah. Just have my rocking chair up there.
Yes, it's so good to see you today.
Hot out today. Hot out yesterday.
Isaac says that this will be the new Netflix special, Tyler Exotic, the Mouse King, a story of magic, zombies, and rock and roll. Oh.
Everybody, I'm telling y'all now, I'll be a good king, okay? It's going to be, look, I'm going to play the background music all the time. We're going to keep rides running. Ryan ain't going to get his mansion up on the hill. He's going to be forced to stay at the Liberty Tree Tavern.
Oh, that'd be good.
Okay.
I mean, why can't I have my mansion on the hill? I'm the governor.
We got to run. Okay. All right. Here's what I'll do. There's nothing in the facade. Okay. So I will build you an interior in the Haunted Mansion, but we have to keep the ride running. Okay.
Oh, the ride can keep running. That's fine. As long as I have my
okay.
my house on the hill.
I'm a good king, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all just come on to the Magic Kingdom. Tyler will treat you right. Now, I don't know about the other kings of the other parks. Can't handle. If Hank Bagwell gets a hold of Animal Kingdom, we're screwed.
That's gonna be the Tiger King right there. Hank Bagwell, the Tiger King.
Yeah. He's just in a loincloth.
No, he's gonna be in his Anne Frank sparkly 80s outfit. I can see Hank in those. Yeah.
Actually, that's very weird because yes, when we were out in Vegas, he was like looking at that kind of stuff, like Michael Jackson jackets and stuff. Yeah. That's what he will find some character outfits that look like that, and he will wear them. He will make them his daily wardrobe as king of the Animal Kingdom.
He'll have a tiger by his side.
Yes.
And he'll have like a meerkat in his pocket just for the fun of it. Just bring it out.
Hey, I'll tell y'all right here and now, though, there will be no more Pandora. So I'm sorry. He will destroy it. He does not like Pandora there. So, I'm sorry.
I'm liking
this. Old Kingdom.
I'm liking this Liberty Square more and more. It's got like everything you need. Like you have like an animatronic army there at the Hall of Presidents. You could make your own. You have your own island, Tom Sawyer Island.
Real quick.
No. There's going to be a governor of Tom Sawyer's Island. Sorry.
Oh, I'll kill him first.
You said Anne Frank earlier. You got the wrong Frank. You meant Lisa Frank.
Oh, sorry.
Anne Frank.
His Anne Frank outfit. That's not. No.
That's not going to work well.
No, that's
Lisa Frank.
Different Frank.
On the Trapper Keepers.
Oh, the Trapper Keepers. Yes. Sorry, I did.
And Frank Trapper Keepers.
There you go.
Oh, that's depressing.
Not to bring it back up.
No. Anyway,
and that's
every
the name
time
of this episode. And Frank Trapper Keepers. No. No, just kidding.
Every time I have a dream about Disney World, or it seems like every time, I'm always in the firehouse. That's what's crazy about that. I don't know what it is. I've never been in it. I don't even know really what it looks like, except for some pictures. Because didn't he have a suite up there or something?
That's in Disneyland.
Disneyland, sure. Well, anyways, there's still a firehouse there, right?
But I am convinced, because Walt, he only saw the preliminary stages for Magic Kingdom. He didn't want to build Magic Kingdom. He said, there will never be a sequel to Disneyland. Walt Disney Company doesn't want you to know that, but they made a space in Cinderella Castle for that to be the firehouse, right? And that's what they turned into the suite. They say that there wasn't a space built above the firehouse in Magic Kingdom. That's bullcrap. That is absolute bullcrap. There is a stairwell, an actual, not forced perspective, a full stairwell like leading up to that top level. So, Katrin, you do get to live in the firehouse.
There you go. But yeah, it's weird. it's a weird dream because it's the same thing every time. I start in the firehouse and then I go through this huge mall area and then we get on some weird ride that doesn't exist. But it's the same every time. That blows my mind. I don't know why. I haven't had it in a while. I'll probably have it tonight because I haven't had it in a
There's
while.
a mall.
It's
In my
his
dream.
dream. In his dream.
His dream.
It's weird.
So Katrin will be in the firehouse. Chris will be in Cinderella's castle. Tyler's going to be in the Swiss Family treehouse.
Well,
No,
what
he
Ray can be in Belle's castle or whatever over there. Prince, whatever it is over there.
Ray would be the guy that takes on the persona of the dude in the dress in the apocalypse.
Well, he could be Gaston. He's got
What?
the hair and
Wow.
everything. Right?
No, Ray would be. Yeah, Ray's.
Yeah.
He's going for Gaston. I really
Yeah.
see that going on.
I could see him like that's how he rules his kingdom. He fools you. Oh, look at this nice guy in a dress.
freaks people out.
Yeah. Look, he just likes
No.
to be pretty. And then he just slices your throat and you're done.
No. That's you. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm
you.
a southern
That's you.
I'm a southern
Ray
gentleman.
is the guy that like you root
You're a
for in
southern
the
lady.
show. Ray's the guy that you root for, the real nice guy, and then you hear a note like you're out doing something with him on some kind of like, not a quest, but you got to go like find some medicine or something in town, and then you hear a noise and you turn around and he says your name. He's like Tyler, and you turn around and look and he's been like stabbed
Oh,
or
he's a
something.
red
Like he's
shirt.
the character. Yeah, he's the character that dies. Like Ray's
Oh,
that you
poor
don't want to
Ray.
die. I'm just saying.
Oh,
You know.
Well, Ray's dead.
The
Sorry, Ray.
nice guys don't survive. Just saying.
Hey, we're just all evil
Quiet,
people.
crazy guy. Yeah, I'll be the quiet, crazy guy.
You're gonna have the big long beard with the long fingernails.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna be the creepy, crazy guy. That like, oh, don't go to that castle, man. You'll see me like out like perched like a gargoyle.
popcorn, give me all the popcorn.
You'll be wearing. No, I suspect you'll like have taken off Trader Sam's clothes, and you'll be wearing the skirt and the hat with the umbrella.
I can do the umbrella.
Next time I go to the Magic Kingdom, I'm just gonna go like sit up shop in Liberty Square. Be like, this is mine now.
I'm the governor.
I'm the governor. I'm gonna wear a white suit with the like Colonel Sanders.
Like Kentucky Fried. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I say.
Brian's gonna hate me. He's like, I'm never gonna let that guy ever back on the show. I had
No.
a plan. We were gonna talk about the acres next to Magic Kingdom.
Well, obviously my plan was not good, so we moved on.
Plan was great.
Fine, Ryan.
Your plan provoked conversation.
Yeah, I know. No, I've had fun.
This is just how things go with
This
us.
this is I Am Geek. For those new, this is us. This is what we are.
It's just like hanging out with your friends.
yeah. There's a bunch of goofballs in the apocalypse now, I guess.
The kings and governors of the Magic Kingdom.
That's the name of this. That's the freaking title of this episode. Write it down. I say.
Oh man, I gotta write my novel fast. I've been waiting too long. Now the whole world's gonna hear it.
Whole world.
I'll let you use my governor character. You can have
Oh
it.
no, you're all characters now. We just gotta
So-
find somebody to be in Tomorrowland.
I could probably, with my beard, I could probably do the curly Q. I'll have the curly Q mustache, beard. Oh, I'm ready to go. We're going to
So-
be there in October too, so I think
Yeah.
we need to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party
And dress up as these characters.
dress up as the governors of the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Hello,
My umbrella.
my people.
What are you going to wear,
People are
Casey?
Throwing out my fingernails.
People are gonna look at Chris and be like, "Oh, it's an awesome Trader Sam costume." Like, no, I'm the governor.
I'm the governor.
Of the
What?
castle.
I'm the governor now. Look at me.
So what it kind of sounds like is that show Daybreak that didn't make it right on
Yes.
Netflix. You know, they had that big town and they had all the different sections. They had the cheerleaders and the nerds and the golf people.
Yep.
And so that's kind of, they need to bring the show back and make it about Disney World and
The apocalypse.
the apocalypse and how people they're taking their different lands and then they come and fight each other is the problem.
I'm thinking Gotham, that we're like Gotham is like closed off from the world.
Yeah.
They did it on the show. They did it in the comics. Every Gotham villain took a section of Gotham.
Yes.
Who are we gonna give Tomorrowland to?
I was trying to think of who else.
Hmm.
Who can we?
You could take Tomorrowland.
Who out there would like
Out
to
there.
take tomorrow?
I'm trying to think of our past guests, people we may know. Who would we give Tomorrowland to? Because we would be gracious and be like, you can have Tomorrowland.
Travis.
Travis.
Y'all know Travis. That's
Trip.
right. Travis. No, Travis Terrell off Instagram. Huh?
No.
I've seen him a couple times.
I'm gonna
but I
look
don't-
him up.
See, thank
Don't
you.
know him. No, I've got it. We can get oh, this is bad. What is his name? Shoot. Oh. We had him on the show. He's a YouTuber.
Oh, Micah?
Micah, World of Micah. World of Micah can be.
I was actually gonna say Micah, okay, but I thought he could have storybook circuits. Micah's gonna listen and be like, "What the crap, man?"
Sorry.
I was thinking Always Believe could take up Fantasyland.
Oh, there you go.
I always believe
Yeah.
in Fantasyland. They're gonna be all Star Wars. They're gonna be like, forget you guys. We're going to Hollywood Studios.
A bit Hollywood.
Yeah.
They're probably just going to take all over Disney.
Yeah, they'll just
Disneyland.
take Disneyland. They will be the king and queen of
That's
Disneyland.
true. Yeah, they won't come to the east.
Micah, I thought Micah could just hang out with me. He could like film my life, the life of the governor, of Liberty Square.
Oh, so he's like your squire.
I say,
The
Micah.
governor gets killed by the squire. Okay, just so you know.
Oh man, I mean Ray. I think Ray would be in Tomorrowland. To tell you the truth, because he listens to the Tomorrowland music while he works all the time.
You know, actually, I'm thinking Ray would be at Adventureland.
Oh, I
Uh-oh.
could see that
Or
too.
Adventureland. There's Pirates of the Caribbean, pirates and tikis, and
That's where the
all
king.
that.
That's the king. The king lives over there. So
He's gonna be vying for your
Wow.
your area.
Come in as a jester, and make his way up.
Yeah, he's gonna
Jester
work
Ray.
his way up, and then take it over.
I like how
Here's
Ryan
a
was
drink
like,
for you.
"Uh-oh, that's where the king lives.
That's-
You don't go over there."
it's the dark place. You don't go.
Well, what about
Yeah.
Frontierland?
Yeah,
then?
Frontierland? Well, that I don't think Frontierland is going to have a governor because it's going to be under my domain because I'm going to take it over. They will start with the governor. I will kill him, and it'll just sort of fade into Liberty Square.
I'm thinking the Country Bear Jamboree is going to come alive and just take its own area.
I thought you was gonna say like it's like the Wild West, you know?
It
it's
is
like
the Wild West.
it has no law
That's
over
true.
there.
It won't have a law. I'll end up taking over Big Thunder at some point. I'll crash my Liberty riverboat into it.
The Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell will crash.
I guess
I'll
since I have
mount
the
an
attack. Since I get the castle, do I have Main Street as well? I
No,
guess
you
it's-
just get
guess
just.
it's-
I
the
have
castle.
Main Street back.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm the king. I said that Chris was the governor of Main Street.
What
Sorry,
what does
Catherine.
Catron get? He
Oh.
just gets the firehouse.
I'm just a fireman.
All Catron gets is the firehouse. He steps out the door, and there's like a sharpshooter on top of the Emporium that shoots down. Get back in your firehouse. What are you doing? Poor Catron.
All right, Chris. Sorry, I got voted out. You're just the
That-
governor of the
That's fine.
I mean,
I'm in the
technically, I
castle.
guess you
No
could have
crypto in.
Fantasyland. You could have Fantasyland.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say the castle's
take
Fantasyland,
Fantasyland.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Almost,
take
pretty
fantasy.
much.
That's fine.
You could dress up in all those
It'll
pretty
be a creep-
dresses.
I mean, the Mad
He
Tea
does
Party is going to be just super Mad Tea Party. Yeah, it's
Corey says he'll take it. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, the timing is a little off.
Yeah, the timing's a little off. He'll take maybe Tomorrowland. Maybe Corey wants Tomorrowland.
Cool. Which one is he taking?
He's gonna try to take it all.
Sorry,
But Corey. We
The
have
new
a
currency
united
for
front
Disney
here.
will be the toilet paper.
I mean,
Yeah.
actually, more look at it. Fantasyland, I think fits me more because it's going to have all the crazy rides that you're going to want. Like Small World, Mad Tea Party, Peter Pan's Flight. Like, there's going to be some insane stuff going on in my area.
Wow.
It's going to be nuts, man. You're not going to want to come in.
The real question is, where do all the governors and the king meet up? What's our like round table meeting place where we discuss the lands and our kingdom? Where is that? Is it going to be the Crystal Palace? Is the Utilidor? Yeah, just down there. No, the Utilidor is a kingdom in itself. It's like the underbelly
It's
of the
true.
whole thing, and you
Well,
don't go down there.
The Hall of Presidents, of course.
Oh, I guess the
Oh,
Hall
yeah.
of Presidents. Yeah, we could gather there. In my Liberty Square, I invite you all over.
I was going to say, I'm the king. I live in Adventureland, and there's Club 33.
Man,
That's true.
Oh, that's
Club 33.
true.
That's
yeah.
the place we all
33.
gather to discuss the ins and
Well,
outs of the kingdom.
No, that's not where we discuss. It's where y'all listen to me. Just FYI.
Well, till we
Well,
kill
Oh, just FYI, I'm not going to be listening because I'm going to be nuts.
yeah.
You may not even invite me over. Like,
all right.
it's gonna be insane. No
Unfortunately,
rules in my
Have to-
land.
I have to jump in. Unfortunately, it looks like we have frozen on YouTube, and I have no idea if it's going to come back.
Oh no. Oh well.
It's
Yeah.
it's stopped at 2 hours and 9 minutes on my feed. So
Yeah, we've been going for over 2 hours, so this may be a good place to wrap it
It's
up.
probably a good
Yeah,
place
probably
to
a place to start.
Yeah. But anyways, I've had fun tonight. It started off a little somber, and it turned into madness. Let me tell you.
Welcome. I gave you one of my ideas. I can't cuss on this show. Crap. You dandy people.
I've thought for years about living in the Magic Kingdom. So, but now I know my true place, my true calling, where I need to be in the Magic Kingdom is in Liberty Square, where I'm going to be. It's my new home,
Oh,
where
jeez.
the poop runs in the streets. Oh. Well,
Oh.
the streets are they made it where it looks like
Yes.
there's poop running in it because that's the way it was back then. There's brown.
I think it's gonna be crazy, but we're not gonna have poop running in the street.
Yeah, I don't
You're
know.
taking
Got the
you're taking
ideas.
psychedelics over in Fantasyland. You're like
Yeah.
pumping it in the air.
Yeah, it's gonna be one big party.
Oh man. I may annex
Oh.
the Rapunzel bathrooms for myself.
Nope,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's right there. It's gonna be easy to take.
You cross into Fantasyland, you're gonna see shadows going by in the corner of your eye. Like just
It'll be Chris in his loincloth.
That's people. Just all the crazies are going to congregate to my area. You're not going to want to
Oh man.
come
On the next episode of I Am Geek, we'll be discussing Epcot and how we're gonna take that over and divide that up.
in.
Y'all have fun with that, man. I'll still be over at Swiss Family Robinson, okay? You're gonna have to deal with somebody else over there, man. I apologize.
Anyways, Tyler, thanks for joining us tonight,
Thanks,
Thanks for
Tyler.
having me. man.
giving us some
Yeah.
laughs in this craziness that we call the world we live in right now. Hopefully, listeners, you had a good time, and thanks for the people on the live stream. Check us out if you're just listening. Check us out on the live stream next week because we're going to try to do this every week for you guys if Katrin will allow us to.
We will work out the technical difficulties, I hope.
But this has been episode 141 of I Am Geek. We'll be talking with you next week. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.